From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Andrew Adams.
All right, we got a lot to talk about. 2 storms over the next 2 days. This was our most recent storm. It's out of here. We saw a lot of sun yesterday. We're going to see some sun today, but look what's coming in. Some clouds. There's the next wave of energy that's going to make showers and storms out in the panhandles later this afternoon. Another batch of energy up to the northwest. That's going to be the focus for severe weather tomorrow. So here's an idea of what we're talking about. Just looking at FUTURECAST, most of the day ahead, really nice. Maybe a couple showers in southwest Oklahoma during the afternoon, but really it looks like the evening time frame for the Oklahoma and Texas panhandle. Strong storms develop, maybe some severe storms at time, and then eventually they form into a complex, and as we go through the overnight hours, they start to wash their way farther into the state of Oklahoma. So could be a little bit of a loud night here in Oklahoma City and areas west as these showers and thunderstorms work their way in. Some heavy rains and frequent lightning. And then the morning storms clear out. Now that's the big key for tomorrow. Do the morning storms clear out very quickly like this? And do we not see much activity around lunchtime? This just has a couple showers around lunch. If we get these breaks of sun through the day tomorrow, that's going to re-energize the atmosphere. So by the time the dry line comes through, we get some discrete storms that pop up. And all the ingredients are there for any of these storms that pop along the dry line tomorrow evening to be severe. So really important to look at tomorrow, especially during the morning and late morning hours as far as how that rain's going to go. And then a next wave, so the dry line does the evening, the cold front does the overnight period for tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. A squall line comes through, more of a damaging wind threat with that. But with tomorrow evening storms, tornado threat, wind threat, hail threat, all there with this. Flooding threat on the lower side, coverage isn't super high. Might get some decent rainfall rates out of some of those stronger storms, though. Things are quiet right now, though. Norman Regional camera showing that pretty nicely. Some cloud cover. Other than that, some blue sky peeking in 56. It's chilly this morning, but not incredibly cold. We've started to warm up in El Reno and Kingfisher, now into the mid-50s. Earlier on in the show, they were in the mid-40s. Earlier on, they were in the low 40s. So everywhere is starting to warm up through the 50s this morning, and overall winds have stayed very much the same, either calm or gusting up to 15 miles per hour in southwest Oklahoma. As we go through the day ahead, we're going to see those winds pick up a little bit, especially out west. That's also where it's going to be warmer, low to mid 80s, western and southwestern Oklahoma, 79 here in Oklahoma City. And again, it's quiet until we get into the evening. That's when in southwest Oklahoma and the panhandle, showers and thunderstorms start to develop. Overnight is when we're going to see that trend a little bit farther to the east. But with this initial round of storms during the evening, and really through about 2 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have some of that small hail threat, hail up to quarters, perhaps some gusts up to 65. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, but the best chance for that today is going to be out in the Texas panhandle. Tomorrow is the tornado day for Oklahoma. Here's the overnight rain chances. Again, the complex of storms is going to move its way into central Oklahoma. Hopefully we can get some good rain out west because we certainly need it. And finally, we've got a good chance for rain out there. Tomorrow afternoon, behind the dry line, upper 80s and low 90s out ahead of it. We'll call it 78 in Oklahoma City. That high temperature will depend a lot on the early morning rain chances, much like our severe chances will depend on that. And then by the afternoon and evening hours, mainly late afternoon, the dry line starts to pop off some of those thunderstorms, which can become strong, severe. Highest chance for that, we'll call it a moderate chance, from Lawton up I-44 and then up I-35 and then to the northeast. Large hail, damaging winds, some strong tornadoes possible if we get these storms to fire. 6 to midnight main timing for that tornado threat. And to give you a little bit of a painted picture on this, I overlapped that red moderate tornado risk for tomorrow, as well as another depiction of what we might see, and that is thunderstorms that are going to have no problem rotating. These are all rotation tracks. Tomorrow's environment favors rotating thunderstorms that can also bring in some damaging winds. Some of the highest speeds we're looking at 65 to 75, maybe 80 miles per hour. And the chance for a couple tennis balls is there, but generally speaking, hail the size of golf balls is the main threat. And then the cold front comes through tomorrow night. That brings in the chance for strong rain and thunderstorms along I-40 and areas just south of that. mainly a straight line wind threat with that, but with a squall line, you can never rule out a quick spin up tornado. But generally speaking, tomorrow night, that tornado threat's going to go way down. Could have another shot at some severe storms on Wednesday, so we're keeping a close eye on that one as well. And then you go all the way past the weekend, beginning of next week, another storm chance.